Hello, my name is Fox and you're watching Den of Fools. Let's jump right in. In the first week of 10th, we had 34 tournaments, with a total of 693 players and 2,335 games played. We have taken the time to check that every tournament in this week's stats were playing 10th edition, and have removed the tournaments that were still using 9th. The Eldari are way out in front, with 13 wins and 24 top 3 places, and a very impressive weighted placing of 3.2, the best overall. They were predicted to be strong, but I am a little surprised with just how well they have done. It will be interesting to see if they continue their form next week, when we will hopefully have more tournaments. Imperial Knights have also done well, with 6 wins and the second best weighted placing of 5.7. Knights and Eldari have put down an early marker as some of the top factions in the new edition. The Custodes, Space Marines and Demons all get 3 wins, with the Space Marines struggling in particular with a weighted placing of 67.7. The GNC of the Cults get 2 wins and the third best weighted placing of 7.5. 4 factions manage to win, and due to the number of players, they all have a high weighted placing. I must say, I was expecting the Necrons to do slightly better, given their perceived strength of the index. All 25 factions manage at least one top 10 placing, with the Space Marines getting the most top 10s with 48. The Eldari come next with 41, which is very impressive considering there were 66 players in total. Imperial Knights are in third, with 31 top 10 placings. Unsurprisingly, the Space Marines are the most played faction with 15.30% of players taking them. Their popularity has dropped considerably from 9th, although this could increase when there are more 10th edition tournaments. Eldari are the second most popular faction on 9.52%, followed by Necrons in third on 6.93%. I am not surprised that Eldari and Necrons are popular, although there are some surprises when we look at the win rates. It takes our resident stat guru and Ultramarine fanboy Fearless Fox many hours to collect all the data. It would be great if you could show your appreciation by liking the video. It really helps us with the God algorithm of YouTube. We have grouped the win rates by colour, with the key at the bottom of the screen. This week Imperial Knights top the charts with a very impressive win rate of 70.5%. The second most popular faction Eldari come next, with a win rate of 63.3%. These two factions were predicted to be strong, and the early results have proven just how strong they are. It'll be interesting to see if they continue to perform so well with their win rates and their tournament wins in the coming weeks. The GNC of the Cults top the green group with a win rate of 57.3%, followed by Chaos Knights with a win rate of 56.8%. With both flavours of Knights doing well, their success could be due to units being unable to hide from them due to the towering keyword, and the Imperial Knights in particular having a very good index. Custodes get a win rate of 56.6%, followed by Orcs with a 52.9% win rate. Chaos Demons are the last faction in green, with a win rate of 52.3%. Chaos Space Marines top the yellow group, with a win rate of 49.1%, followed by the Grey Knights on 48.4%. The Thousand Sons are finally off the bottom of the rankings, with a win rate of 47.8%. It is interesting to note, they did much better in the larger tournaments compared to the smaller ones. The most popular faction, the Space Marines, get a win rate of 46.5%. The chapter breakdown returns for 10th, so stay tuned to see how the individual chapters performed. Astra Militarum, whose indirect fire was causing a bit of concern, only get a win rate of 45.8% in the first week. The other poster faction of 10th, the Tyranids, struggle in the first week with a win rate of 42.4%. I wouldn't worry too much, as we know their codex will be one of the first to be released. The third most popular faction, Necrons, just get in yellow, with a win rate of 40%. I must say I was expecting them to do a little better, as they have some powerful units in their index. We will have to see if they improve in the coming weeks while players work out the best lists. There are 7 known factions in red, with some predictable entrants such as the unfortunate Death Guard. I am a little surprised to see the Tau only winning a third of their games, especially considering they are significantly more popular than the other factions in red. There are 4 players who played Harlequins, who unfortunately only achieved a win rate of 27.3%. I personally hope they do at least get their own detachment when the Eldari Codex comes round, as they have very little rule support at the moment. There are 4 chapters at the top, with a win rate of 66.7%. The Raven Guard have 2 players, whereas the rest have 1. The Iron Hands have a good week, with their 5 players getting a win rate of 65.2%. The 4 Salamanders players top the green group, with a win rate of 58.3%. Fearless's favourite Blue Boys, the Ultramarines, start 10th with a bang. They are the most popular chapter this week, with a win rate of 55.8%. Perhaps they are the best performing chapter this week, since they have many more players than the chapters in front of them. The Imperial and Crimson Fist are the last factions in green, with a win rate of 50%. The Death Watch get a 46.2% win rate, which I imagine would have been much higher without the nerf to Hellfire rounds. The Space Wolves are the last faction in yellow, with a win rate of 44.4%. The joint third most popular chapters, the Blood Angels and Black Templars, come next, with a win rate of 37.8% and 36.2% respectively. The Dark Angels are just behind, with a win rate of 36%. It is a bit surprising to see the bottom 4 chapters being the ones with their own indexes. The chapters above them must use the Gladius Strike Force, so perhaps the Diversion chapters were all using their unique detachments, which could explain the difference. We do not see too many warbands for Chaos, as they are mainly a single faction now. We do see 2 Iron Warriors players and 1 Fallen player at the top, with a win rate of 66.7%. The 2 Emperor's Children players get a win rate of 60%, with no legions in green. The Black Legion and Night Lords are the only known legions in yellow, both getting a win rate of 42.9%. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe, check out one of the videos on screen and consider using our affiliate links in the description. Thank you for watching.